The next type of question that we're going to look at is called highlight hotspot. So from the left-hand side of our screen, we're going to select that highlight hotspot question type. We have our question setup area, so we can drop our information in here, and then we are going to upload a image. So I have my prompt prepared that I'm going to drop in here in just a moment, but I'm going to upload the image first. So I can drag and drop my image here. I'm going to select it from my images, and I'm going to add this picture of a city for my students to identify some hotspots. So this is my image that I have added. And what the highlight hotspot allows you to do is to create places in an image that students can click. So basically hotspots. So I'm going to start drawing a hotspot here over this picture of the hospital. It doesn't have to be perfect. When students float over it, they will see the hotspot created. But you can see I did all of my little points around this hospital, and eventually when it came back to the beginning, it created a number 1. So if I go down here and I create a hotspot for the bank, I'm going to do the same process here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I want it, since these buildings are close together, to be kind of close. I come back around to the beginning and I have hotspot number 2. And I'm going to do a third one over the movie theater. You do have to be careful that your hotspots don't cross over one another. It will not let you do that. So I have a third hotspot here. And I would go through the process of creating as many hotspots as I want to create on my image. And I'm going to take you over and show you then what this kind of a question would look like. Now I have my prompt up here, wohin gehst du, where are you going? Here is a short situation in German, and down below you'll see my image with all of these labeled hotspots for my student to select to say, where are you going? In this situation. If we preview this question, this is what students would see. And as they float over the image, the hotspots are highlighted for them to select. So they would read this prompt and then select the one place in the city that they would go if this was their situation. So that's what the highlight hotspot looks like once you have everything set up. As with any image question, there is a maximum image size that you can upload. With one of our previous question types, I did show you how to reduce a file size if you need to do that for a question like this. Once you have your picture done, you would come down here to the correct answer setup and select which hotspot on the image is the correct answer. So for this one, the hospital is my correct answer. I have marked that already so that Schoology knows how to grade this. Down here at the bottom, you can add your learning objectives, as you always can with questions in Schoology. And then I simply click Save. Now, one thing that we haven't talked about that you can do with any type of question that you create that I would want to do with this hotspot. So I made a lot of hotspots, but I only have one answer for each one. So I'm going to copy this question. That's going to keep all of my hotspots copied, and then I'll be able to use that question again and simply change my prompt up here. So I'm going to get rid of the word copy, and I would drop in a different prompt here for my student. My new prompt is here, and I would go down to that correct answer setup, and I'm going to select the correct answer for that and click Save. So for all of those different hotspots, could have a question here, and very, very simply on my 3 dots on the right-hand side, I can copy this question, and then it's going to save all of my hotspots, and I just change a few things, and I have multiple questions with that same image. So just a little time saver if you do something like highlight hotspot and you've made a lot of them and you want to have different question prompts. And that's our highlight hotspot.